Hello everybody, this is V, the Dungeon Master, and thank you for being here. Welcome to our channel, My Wife is DMC. If you enjoy the content, I invite you to like and subscribe. The channel is fairly small, so we'd likely respond to your comments too. Looking forward to seeing you there. Welcome back to Session 2 of Mobile Suit Gundam Fleeting Liberty. Milena Grant, what's your favorite color?
Probably green.
Like your eyes?
Yeah, also because there's not a lot of real growth in the area. It's mostly brown, blue of the ocean, the sky. And blue would be her second because it also has a clean, natural feel to it. But green means that there's life.
Nice. Milena, why don't you give us a recap of last we left our heroes?
We started with Sho and Lllostri discovering his something alive or using energy in the tower, in the Acero Tower, and asks for Mai's help to see what they can salvage. They stop by Arthur's junk along the way.
Nice.
Where Arthur lends Mai a 50mm double-barreled cannon that could not be integrated into the Easy 8 despite many other things that should not have been integrated but have forcibly made to. They then took Mai's catch of fish, which were attacked by cats, to Mai's house, where she had another talk with her mom about what she was gonna be doing that night, which is help Sho, despite how openly her mom shows her disapproval of Sho in general. They also met Mother Christiana buying some bread from Mai's mom, who is a baker. That night, Mai packed up her android canine, Roy, into the Roysaurus Rex and took the Stargazer to the base of the Acero Tower, where she met up with Sho and the Easy 8 after helping him fix its broken cockpit with a screw she found in his broken car. By the time they made it up to the tower, they discovered not one, not two, but three somehow still operational automatic mobile suits.
Yes, unmanned mobile suits.
Unmanned mobile suits that they were able to do quick work with.
You did sustain some damage though.
That's true. Mostly Sho.
Mostly Sho.
By the time you made it into the building and they were apparently guarding, they discovered that they could go into essentially 3 levels. They made it to the very topmost, where they found a data pad. The data pad contained schematics for a
modular
gun
beam rifle, yeah.
that Mai could likely build if she studied it more. They made their way down to the basement, where they discovered the elevator did not really... It was only available by elevator. They discovered the wonders of gravity when they tried it, but they survived it. And then upon trying to investigate the first level of the basement, they discovered not 1, not 2, but 3 pods. Only one of which was lit, and the others were containing.
It was the second basement.
Oh, the second basement first. And then they also discovered that it was that one pod that all power was being routed towards, but power was failing. When they opened the pod, when they examined the pod, there was a little girl in it, apparently of age 14, named Tifa, who was some kind of emphatic Newtype. Something that neither of them have ever really experienced. They opened her pod, and her eyes opened too.
Okay. As a note also, you also grabbed from Arthur's junk a beam pistol. Something that was meant to burn off the debris to lessen lessen the chances of a cave-in, or essentially a metallic cave-in,
Alright.
which was what Sho needed to ascend further into the military district of the Acero. And indeed, you did find very many items of interest, or individuals of interest within the military compound. What seems to be some science facility. You unlock the pod, the one with the remaining living person in it. But you also note that you somewhat had what seems to be a fleeting vision of
That person.
that same girl for a brief moment. You're not sure what it implies.
Thought she was dead.
So, you are in the now cold basement 2 of this research facility. You see that the girl opens her eyes ever so slightly, so meekly. She, with a shivering hand, she tries to raise her hands to get out, but she could barely keep her eyes open, let alone as if she's focusing her vision. But you note that they're actually, go ahead and give me a medicine check. Not your forte, but
Okay. So that's a 12.
12. It's easy enough to realize that muscle atrophy has set in, and there's this bewilderment in her mind, just as if she's not entirely there. Like it's just her body's automatic response to new stimuli after who knows how long she's been asleep here.
I'm gonna try to help her up with my hand behind her back if possible, and say, easy.
You slowly lift her up. And there's a heaviness to her, like she could barely control her weight in any capacity.
One hand under her back and the other hand under her legs.
Sho helps you out. Oh, okay, yeah. And you note that she is cold to the touch, freezing almost. And
Does she have goosebumps?
no, but she is shivering. Sho begins to take off his coat, revealing just a simple, if battered, white shirt underneath. And it's a little. It sticks a little because of the sweat a while ago, but
Do
it's
I have a
beginning
jacket?
to. No, you wouldn't have a jacket. But he takes it off and just covers her up with it. It's like, wow, she's really cold. And her eyes are barely open, but every now and then she just her consciousness just shuts down and just gets back up again, as if it's on a constant reboot cycle, you might say. But Sho asks, well, I know you're good with a gun. I can carry her, or would you like to be the one to take her with you?
Maybe I think you'll. You mean take her with me in the Stargazer?
Yeah. On one hand, the Easy 8 is warm, a little too much. On the other hand,
I'm worried she might get sick.
On the other hand, the Stargazer has more space.
That's also true. And she might be a little comfortable sharing the space with someone she doesn't know who's a guy. No offense. You have a very crispy face, but
Fair point.
So it's okay. I will try to. I'll look into her face, see if she can focus on she is lucid, and I'll just try to say, hey, we're going to take you someplace safe. My name is Mai. This is Sho. I'm not sure if you're Japanese, but
Make a history check.
you will. 19.
19.
Oh, no. That's 9. Why did I say 19? I rolled a 4 plus 5.
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell if her pale skin is of her ethnicity or just being frozen in the fridge for so long.
I tried to rub her
From
shoulders.
what small slits of her eyelids are open, it reveals that she has very comforting blue eyes.
Then Caucasian.
And her brown hair is quite lengthy. It's tied, but it goes way past her waist.
Probably because of how long she's been in the ice.
Yeah, and her teeth are chattering. She's hard of speaking. She said, Sho says, "Yeah, let's get her warm. I'll put her on your back, I guess.
My what?
I mean, unless you want to carry her to your mobile suit."
It's kind of weird, but maybe you can just I tried to carry her.
I have the strength to do so. You carry my gun then.
Oh, okay.
This simple machine gun. And it says, my ammo's right here. You see like a row of clips that go under the gun. You know how to work this.
Right. Okay. Let's just hope we don't need to use it.
He rests her head on his shoulder and says, "Yeah, hopefully." And you see that the rest of her frame is covered. And he moves forward.
The show is actually warm too.
Yeah. Because of the ECA.
Exactly.
He still has that, he's still radiating a lot of motor heat.
I'd ask Sho.
And you note that he smells like gasoline.
It's okay. The sooner we get out of here, the better. But at the same time, Sho, there's still that one floor below us.
Oh, you mean above?
Oh, right. I mean above us. It's a little hard to underground and all.
You want to check it out before we go?
I mean, we're already here, and to be honest, I kind of don't wanna rely too much on this elevator.
All right, that's fair.
Here, how about you get yourself far from this pod? I think it's where the cold is coming from. I'll just give the place a once through before we go.
I'll have to come back. I'll have to get on the elevator with you because I don't think there's any other access point that I can see.
But let's not push our luck with the elevator. I'm just saying we can assume that we're not going back down here.
All right, let's stop at the first basement and you check it out. I'll stay with the girl, and then let's skedaddle on out of here.
Yeah. Before we get in the elevator, I just wanna look around this second basement, see if there's anything else.
Investigation check.
Okay. Come on.
Hey.
Yes. It's plus 3.
No, you're plus 4.
So that's 17.
Sho, Sho goes by the elevator door. It's still pretty chilly as you make do a once over in this small chamber. There are lots of wires that are just seemingly feeding through these 3 pods. The wires are somewhat warm, some of them, just because of the electricity that's running through them, but it's been extinguished already by the coal that came out of the pod. You look around. There's nothing of interest, it seems, until you find something glass-like.
Ooh.
You come over it and pick it up.
Yeah.
It's a data pad.
Oh, another one.
A transparent data pad, but it's currently busted. You'll have to repair it to get the data with it.
Alright.
So,
I'll pick that right up still.
A broken data pad from
I said Borkin.
from Acero Research Center.
Oh.
There is another one, but it's just a credit card.
I'll take that too anyway.
Yeah. You transfer the funds, and it's about 5,000 credits.
Woo! Jackpot. Okay. Credit card. What sounds nice. Is there a name on the card?
No. It seems like one of those burner chips.
Oh, okay.
You know,
One use.
yeah, single-use purchases or money transfer purchases.
I'll tell Sho. I found 5,000 credits. I'll split it with you later.
I'll just take it out of the salvage. Because intact mobile suits.
I think about the Easy 8's condition. Yeah! You
what's
want
your-
help putting it together?
No, it's okay. Don't be
Yes.
silly. Don't be silly. Don't be silly.
I give him a little.
Don't be silly. We got this.
I'm coming over tonight
And,
after we settle.
you
Tifa over
you
here.
get into the elevator and you rejigger you hijack you wirejack the elevator to get to B1. You take your Tinker's tools and you take these they're tweezers, and you take the wire and then you just excite it with a bit of electricity and it shakes a bit as it goes up. You see the lights are blinking on and off, and you said, but the show says, now that I think about it, it's kind of creepy, huh?
Oh, sure. Mention it now when we have a kid with us. Sure.
I'll just stay here.
Sure, let me explore this creepy place by myself.
You're the one with the machine gun.
You're the one with the kid.
Okay, fine. Go with me.
Sure, stay away from the one with the machine gun.
The elevator doors open.
I just point the machine gun.
Just by instinct, and you see this something swinging. This elongated thing in the darkness swinging.
Sure.
Just by the door. You have a flashlight.
I will slowly put the flash because I have a bad feeling I know what it is.
You
Just by the tail end of the thing.
you illuminate the place. It's an office space, but there are no windows. And as you reach up, you see pale gray fingers,
Oh my god!
and as what seems to be this white coat leading up to where the top of the elevator is, seemingly stuck in there.
What?
Yeah, if we consider if this is the elevator, the arm is like right there.
What do you mean elevator?
The elevator you're on.
What? I don't understand. We're in the elevator.
You're in the elevator, right?
Right?
The arm is hanging from here.
On top?
Yeah, on top of the elevator. Sho says, it must have been why the weight did it. The weight sort of a while ago. That must have been what caused us to fall. I don't know.
What are we gonna do?
Pull it out.
What?
I mean, that guy might have something valuable. Or girl. He looks at the hand, and you see that the hands are very thin, very wrinkled and shriveled up already, bony, but the structure is rather thin.
The elevator's open?
The elevator's open. It's swinging in between the door, the elevator, and
Oh.
it's in between the threshold.
Oh, how is it not cut off?
There seems to be a sizable gap, maybe because of the damage of the structure that it created this gap in the elevator shaft.
Switch with me, Sho.
All right. You carry the kid. If you don't mind, I'm gonna see what she has.
I will hop out. Can I just duck? Like,
Oh, you might as well enter the office.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you enter the office with the girl, and as you were carrying her right there, just from and she's still rather cold, but she's heating up now.
I'm rubbing her to also calm my nerves.
You see from the peripheral is this pink dress from right next to you, but when you look, gone. But it's a similar pink dress to what she's wearing.
It's just disturbing.
Sho says,
You wouldn't have to have a sister, would you?
you're not gonna like this, but I'm gonna need you to illuminate what I'm about to pull out because I can't see.
Oh my god. Doesn't the elevator have any lights?
There's some lights, but everything else is pretty dark.
I'll use my free hand. I'll use one hand to just support the girl, the other hand to
you see that by the door of the by the opening of the elevator, you see that the rest of this is pretty plastic white with lots of wires hanging off from the ceiling. So okay, sorry, miss. Oh wow. Ugh. Okay.
How are you sure that the rest of us are even gonna fit through there?
Sizable gap. Oh. And you see, from if this is the ceiling, from where he's pulling the body, brown hair falls.
Oh.
And okay, there it is. There it is. Slowly.
It's a good thing it didn't burst open.
He says, that and it's a wager. She looks like 30 years dead. He sets it to the side.
Is it gooey?
It's pretty dry.
Because I guess it's not.
Yeah, it seems like, I mean, the Acero landed in the ocean, but it doesn't seem like the moisture has reached up to this. So there's like zero moisture here.
Okay.
It's arid and dusty, and
It just smells dusty.
it smells pretty dusty. He takes out an ID. Okay. Saberhaegen chief researcher Rose Marsh. He flips the ID to you, revealing this very brown-haired woman, long, but what contrasting to her current form, the hair is tied to a tight bun. He shows says, "Madam, I'm going to frisk you. Don't say anything if you agree." Oh, there he goes.
I would usually have issues with this, but not today.
Well, dead bodies can't say no. Don't say anything. I realize how that sounds.
I'm glad you do. If you have any hobbies you want to tell me about, Sho.
Credits. Slides off. It's glass-like, but it's very tough glass.
Okay. Catch it with the child in my hands.
Yeah. In spite of the, definitely gold is not what currency is for nowadays. Typically, credits are worth your weight in scrap. And for some miraculous thing, it seems like the International Credit Union that manages this, or at least the facilities that manage this, is still intact. I mean, you won't get any answer from customer service, but the machinery that seems to perpetually just run,
They're just available.
it's still available for some reason.
Probably space. In any case.
Quite likely, and you wager it's also likely because not all the space noids the space colonists are still out there. So perhaps they still use it to some capacity, and this is just something that can reach Earth.
All right.
It's,
oh my god.
You get 500 credits there.
Oh.
And you notice something now because you're a smart girl. You notice that a lot of the people here use money transfer chips rather than, or money transfer cards rather than have their own credit cards. So whatever they were doing here, it seems off the books.
I pointed out the show. So you wanna guess why these people aren't using their own personal credit cards and just all these money transfer ones?
Well, there are three individuals downstairs in fridge. I wager it's something highly illegal. At least before the world fell, or before the sky fell.
They were left behind here.
Yeah. Gotta wonder where she dropped from though, or why she. Well, it could have been the final impact. I mean, it's a miracle enough that this part of the facility was not like shattered or caved in. So maybe the construction was a little hardier because of the... I don't know. I'll let the eggheads deal with that, but he just puts the lady there in a rather respectable, but you illuminate the flashlight to the facial area. It's stretched skin,
Wizened,
rotted, and but the thing is, this place seems like a sterile place, so there aren't a lot of microbacteria. So the eyes are still like there. Nothing is eaten. It's like shriveled up eyeballs and
that's so strange.
It'll meet you in your nightmares, likely.
I hope Tifa's like sleeping.
you.
I will see if I can pick out any other. While Sho is risking, I'll just see if I can glance, look around, see if anything else is interesting.
Perception check.
Then there are more bunnies.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
You're a plus
Four.
16. 16. Cool. The office space seems to have been vacated.
Okay.
Quite a bit of loose paper that you might want to gather. I mean, paper somehow.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, shit, I'm thinking that.
Okay, you pick up and
Shove it in my pouch bag.
Yeah, and you hear at the back of your head, somewhere in your periphery, like you could swear it's not your voice, but someone else, like you hear the words, "It's okay. They weren't good people."
Can I tell where it's coming from?
Make a perception check.
21.
You look around. From your periphery, there seems to be a standing figure of a little girl or a teenager with brown hair, long brown hair, in a pink one-piece dress. It's long, goes all the way to her ankles, and she's wearing like simple white shoes. But as you blink, she's gone. And but the voice itself, it didn't seem to come from any direction. And if the girl was speaking to you, you could have at least felt some breath on your neck or something.
I will. Is the girl wearing the same thing?
Yes, they seem to be the same person.
I will cautiously think out loud. Just in my head, not literally thinking loudly. Was that you? As I look at the girl.
This is it seems to be. I'm not sure how this works. I don't remember much.
Tifa? Is that in my head?
Yes, my name is Tifa. I remember that much. And I remember that they weren't very good people.
I lean against the desk. I'm like, is there any other...
You found out something new about yourself today.
I start thinking, I can talk to dead people. No, she's not. No, stop thinking. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to think that. Hello, my name's Mai.
Hello, Mai. Thank you for waking me up.
Are you actually awake?
I'm not sure, it's hard to tell. But I can sense what's going on.
I tried to look at her face. I failed because it's not supposed to angle that way. So I'll just start muttering while thinking at the same time because it is weird. Like, don't worry, Tifa.
At this point, Sho is like looking around. Like, he has his own flashlights. He begins to whistle. Dead people, where are you? Oh, that's not one. That's just clothes. Wait, clothes.
How many? We're just looking around for anything that might help us back home.
Ah, sorry, man. That's just that's rough, buddy. You see that this corpse is wearing overalls and this is janitor.
Oh. I'll ask Tifa again while muttering to practice my thought speak. Do you have any idea how many people might still be on this floor?
I don't remember. I remember I was with two others. I don't think I knew them. I don't feel... I feel a deep connection with them, but I don't know them. It's a little strange.
Were they in the pods with you?
There's no response, but you feel like there's... You feel deep thought in there. Like there's this Oddly enough, what she said is similar to what you're experiencing. You feel a deep connection with this person, or at least some connection, like an odd familiarity with this person, wherein you don't know her, you've never met her,
Right.
but you feel this familiarity with her. It's strange.
Okay.
It seems similar to what she's saying.
I think these are the two people down there. Oh, can I recall the hair on one of them, the one that I peeped into?
Yeah, they both had about. One of them seemed to have brown hair, while the other had blonde hair.
I'll ask Tifa if they were blonde and brown, or they had blonde hair and brown hair.
She says, I believe so, yes.
Oh.
But I don't feel them anymore.
Sorry, Tifa, they're not around anymore.
And she just stays. I mean, she's always been quiet, but in a weird way,
There are no words left.
There are no words left. But
Well,
Sho
just
begins to rifle through papers.
pick up any papers that you think might have anything significant. Maybe let me look at them.
He takes he bites a flashlight in his mouth. He leans over to you and just shows it and says, it's a bunch of manifests, a bunch of names. I didn't see the title of the document. It's like page 50 of whatever document this might be.
No header, footer.
Okay, yeah, there. It's actually you know the
Format?
The format. It's like a directory format.
Yeah.
Like
Phone book?
folder drive folder file format. So it seems like it was printed out in that way. And you see the file name. It says there Newtype potentials.docx. Sponsored by Microsoft. Not sponsored.
New type
Space Microsoft.
document manifests, right?
Yeah, it's a, and you see, like next to a name, you'll see a grade or at least a letter, like A or B or F or something. I'll say make an investigation check.
Okay. Yay. 22.
22. Okay. You rifle through the pages, and at the bottom you see Tifa Adil. Yeah, same name.
Right.
Tifa Adil, category S, new type, emphatic, and it says already in cold sleep. There's like a comment there. The other's comment says ran away. The other says killed in transit, or the other says killed in pursuit. You know, comments like that.
Okay, I'll keep that. I'll look at that. Can I see if there's any dates on that? Given the format?
You check around and you note that the dates look to be 30 years ago. So 5 years before the final impact.
Before the final impact.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. There's a lot to unpack here, Sho.
So technically Tifa is 44, not 14. Because it shows that after it's not even after Impact Colony anymore. It's already like it's the previous the previous calendar, which was the orbital calendar. Shit, I gotta do math.
It's okay.
0099 of the orbital colony.
0029?
Yeah. 0099. 0099 OC.
0099 OC.
Yeah, orbital calendar. Basically, this was the age of. I mean, you were already alive at this. Yeah, you might have been alive at the end of the orbital calendar, because it ended in 104. 104. It ended in 104 with the final impact. With 104 being 0000 of the after impact calendar.
I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like she's been asleep for 30 years.
Oh. See anything else interesting, Sho?
He takes out a bunch of other papers, and in the middle of the papers is a datapad.
Another one.
Ooh.
Keep the datapads.
You might want to look at this. And it says there, datapad on. It's actually intact, and it's working.
Wow, we're scoring so much.
I don't think I can use that for anything, but it says there. You read through. He gives you a few moments to read.
Yeah, I'm read that fast.
And and what you read is that it says designs for Psychomu cockpit.
What?
Psychomu. PSYCOMMU cockpit.
Psychomu cockpit?
Yeah. You can go ahead and give me a technology check.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Fuck yeah. Go back.
That's some.
11.
That's some really high concept stuff. Maybe you're sort of in the middle of the datapad. You might find more when you read through it in earnest.
We're keeping that.
He just goes to he just moves you and then just shoves it in your back pouch.
Thank you.
All right. Don't go there. There are two other corpses.
Also in coats?
Yeah, but they didn't have anything on them.
So that makes 4?
Yeah. Don't. Yeah, so, at least this place ain't haunted. Unless you're hearing voices in your head, in which case we should probably get the fuck out of here.
I paled. Does he look like he's just being brave? Does this look like false bravado in any way?
Make an insight check. I believe Newtypes have insight abilities.
Yeah, 1d4.
Okay, go ahead. Nice. Hey, Newtype!
I needed that.
12 plus?
12 plus 4, 16.
16. He doesn't seem to believe what he's saying. He's like, haha, haunted, whatever. It's not bravado, it's more of just disbelief. He doesn't really believe that it might be haunted. He seems like he's been through enough death to know that, to think that if it were haunted, it can't even hurt him anyway.
I will walk past him into the elevator, just avoiding the other faces, so I don't need those in my memories. And I'll say, T-Fesses were not good people.
Well, it would be. If I were a religious man, it would suck if my remains were just stuck in a dank place like this. Takes out this rod, and he extends it, and as it telescopes in length, you see the end of it open up into these 3 prongs with a spike at the bottom. He stabs it at the floor and twists the top of it, and then you see the top beep in like boop, boop.
What's that?
You know this already. You know this to be catching beacons. It's a steel catcher staple of equipment, wherein basically it helps steel catchers map out the place.
Oh, so this marks it as this is a checkpoint.
Yeah, it's a checkpoint essentially, and Sho says, "Well, if someone finds it here, I'll have some of the other steel catchers gather the remains and we'll have a proper burial or something."
The ones below too.
Yeah. And you know it's common practice. It seems like it's an Acero thing, or rather uncommon practice. It seems like it's an Artesia thing rather.
Oh, just paying respects to the dead.
Yeah, because all the other steel catcher groups from other sectors, they don't really care much. Yeah. Which is not necessarily a bad thing because, you know, these are resources that are precious that you need.
It's okay. So, back up.
Let's go back. I think that was a very productive haul there. And he has a bit of a smirk and he's like, you can tell that he's like thinking, oh man, it would be so cool to have better armor for easy, you know, that sort of, you know, like, he's like fantasizing already on easy 8 designs.
I can tell that he has not heard anything in his head this whole time.
No, he has not heard anything in his head.
So I guess we're just going back up. Let's go. Sure.
Yeah.
When I said Tifa told me that there weren't good people, she didn't exactly tell me.
He narrows his eyes and says, "What?"
She kind of thought it at me. Lack of a better word. Think
Make a persuasion check. You have Newtype thingy on that one also, I believe.
Yeah, Newtype pressure at 1d4 to perception and intimidation.
At level 5, you can use that as an action. You can stun, you also semi-stun enemies.
Oh well, at least it's a plus 4, 12 plus 1, 13.
No, wait, 9 plus 4, 13, yeah. He raises an eyebrow and says, "Is this one of those dog battles again?"
I look at him dead in the eye.
Okay. I think you're getting a little too claustrophobic. Let's get back up. He presses the button on the ground floor. And you note that it's smoother now because nothing is getting in the way of, you know, its operation.
So you really don't know anything about new types?
He rubs his head. He rubs his neck a little bit. Like, it's hard to. Newtypes was kind of a tease to people back in the academy. Like if you were really good at dodging or shooting, they'd say, "Oh, hey, look at you, ace pilot Newtype," or something like that. But as far as I know, Newtypes are like supposed to be really good in combat. I mean, you're good. I mean, I guess you're a Newtype. But that makes me a Newtype. I'm pretty good too. Huh.
I don't think it works that way.
Yeah.
No. I actually legit like look at him from the corner of my eye and see if there's any familiarity since with him.
No. But you can make an astrophysics check if you want to identify new types. If you want to learn anything about new types.
Asking me if I want to learn? It's like you don't know me. 16!
16, okay. You're not that well versed in astrophysics. You just know the basics that new types are the next step in human evolution. The thing about new types is that they're sort of part fantasy because they, you know, people say many things about new types, if only because there aren't any, or at least very well known public documents on new types. So people keep saying stuff like new types can see the future, or new types can have telepathy, or new types can move things with their minds. That sort of fetishization of the concept.
All right.
Like, it's fantasy. gets to the EC8. Roy starts following you after you exit after you get to the ground floor again.
Hey, buddy.
Bark.
That's a good boy. Okay. So, I guess... What time is it?
You check your time.
I check Roy's side.
You came out of you entered here near evening, I believe.
Yeah.
It would be about 8 in the evening now.
Okay.
Around the time your dad would come back home, really.
I told my mom I was gonna find something good and... I'll tell Sho. So I guess I'll meet you tomorrow.
Wait, help me out here. There's a lot of scrap that we need to bring
Oh,
out.
right.
So there's at the EC8 and the Stargazer are kneeling down with the cockpit open,
Right.
and you see that he presses a few things at the base of the foot, and you see at the top of the cockpit door, you see this steel rope, steel wire that comes down and there's a foot. What do you call this? Stirrups.
Syrup.
Yeah. He presses the same button and he goes up to the cockpit. Yours is a little more sophisticated because you just the Stargazer, as you approach, the eyes open and he just offers a hand. There's some very sophisticated stuff there. You see that Roy goes to the back and you see that a platform comes down from the backpack where he rides and just integrates with the Lllostri Rex at the back.
Thanks, buddy.
You enter the cockpit, this white cockpit with a lot of machinery.
I just settle Tifa in my lap.
Yeah. There's a bit more space because you have a lot more leg room, and you turn on the Stargazer.
I hope to go to the passenger seat in here.
There is a back seat actually.
Oh.
Yeah, it was because the intention was your dad would go with you, but that never really pans out because he's always so busy.
Alright, in that case, I'll just bundle Tifa up as best as I can and then put her in the
Put a
back.
seat belt, yeah. The engines activate and you close the cockpit. And you see that at the backpack of the EZ8,
Oh.
two clasps onto two rods and removes it like two swords, but it's not a beam saber or anything. He shovels it. He collects all the scrap first from the mobile suits, and he shovels it on the sides. And you see that the mobile suit twists the edges of it, and you see that these frames come out from both sides, and they meet at the center. And then in a hash-like pattern. Like netting, and then he closes it up, and the two rods magnetize.
That's everything?
Easy, it just.
Alright.
It moves to you. I can't fight with this, but it'll be fine. It's not like there are any other mobile suits out here or anything.
I immediately look around.
Yeah, you look around, but there's something strange. You look around and you see a signal there. SOS.
Huh?
But it's weird. It's a distress call. But the thing is, that you triangulate the source of the distress call.
Yeah?
The distress call is coming from the empty pod.
Huh?
Yeah,
Which empty pod?
where you got Tifa from. So it seems like when you took out Tifa, it
It's
sent out
activated as SOS?
an SOS signal.
Can I tell if it's broadcasting to someone specifically?
I'll make a technology check.
Uh-huh. Can Roy help me in any way?
Not really.
Okay. Fuck me. Technology.
You're +4, I believe.
+6.
Oh yeah, because
11.
11. It's easy enough. It doesn't seem to be broadcasting to. The fact that it's hitting you, and you ask also Sho, he seems to be receiving it also. So it's likely a broadcast of everything to all channels. It's been active ever since you just put two and two together and you figured it's been active since the time you took out Tifa.
Huh.
And after a while, the SOS stops.
Because the battery probably died. That's weird.
It says,
What are the chances that there are hostile snow catchers?
pretty high. But hey,
We should go.
Yeah, we should go. But he says, he continues and says, well, there is among the steel catchers in Acero. No, but
We don't know how strong that signal was.
yeah, we'll be fine. The funny thing is the Easy 8 just does it.
I really hope that these things can make your bot go. You can make your suit smoother, Sho.
I mean,
Here's what we're going to do.
mm,
We're going to settle Tifa down.
where will she go? You're at this point. You're descending.
Right.
You're finding possible spots to descend along the frame, and you see that because this area flattens out, right? When you descend, debris, and she'll ask you to blast through. Easy enough, doesn't really threaten any debris from above, and it just breaks through. But that on the bright side, that also gives other steel catchers a way to come up here. You clear the road, you clear the way for other steel catchers essentially to reach that checkpoint.
We were hashtag first.
Yeah, you're hashtag first. You jump down. As you're jumping down, you're actually landing on
Posters?
vertical buildings.
That's a cool platforming thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
and some of them, your stargazer is sophisticated enough to tell whether it's gonna break or not under you. But the stargazer is very light. And
I will try to help Sho by also pointing these things out.
Sho just simply, you know what? I'm just gonna slide down. So he just sets the Easy 8 on the ledge. Engage the booster sliding.
I'm gonna help you put the thing together.
Okay. And you eventually get to the base. Just before the base, you know it's the base because there's already ocean water on it. Because that's the submerged part already. And you get to the exit and head back. It's already twilight or not twilight, that's the darkest. Dusk. You are back to the Artesia. Hi everybody, this is V, the Dungeon Master. That concludes part 1 of session 2 of Mobile Suit Gundam Fleeting Liberty. Thank you for sticking around this far, and keep an eye out for part 2 of session 2 if it isn't already uploaded on this channel. Do subscribe and turn on notifications for content here on My Wife is the MC. Until then, this is V, the Dungeon Master, and I'll see you in the next adventure.